Sports Custom Truck Series, night number 2 of that. In the booth with me tonight, I have, per usual, Pete Cola. We have the Australian Robbie in here as an in-race reporter, and we have the slowest man in GC Sports, Travis Tyson. Go ahead and say hello, guys.
Hello guys.
Dagnabbit. I should have no better. We have a special guest for you tonight, I guess. I mean, special being the word, as Puddin' Knievel is in here in the booth.
Hello guys. Sorry, you said I was the slowest person, so I want to make sure I said it.
I mean, nailed it, bud. Nailed it.
Yeah, awesome. Great job. Hello, Dave.
Who the hell is Dave?
All right, cheerio. So tonight we're at Texas, race number 2. Last night, as you guys seen, we don't have a fuel save. Some people might have to save their tire, but in reality, it's just going to be when do you want to pit. It's not really a strategy as far as saving. It's going to be more. Whoever has that needs to turn it down. Yeah, whoever is going to get this one, it's really going to be on when you decide to pit, how many laps you want to run. Do you want to run it out? Do you want to go quicker, sooner? We're going to be going green here in a minute, so real quick, going to go over to you, Puddin'. Who you got for your race winner tonight?
The guy who finishes the line first with 4 tires on.
Roger that. Not surprised that was your answer. Over to you, Piccolo. Who you got as your race winner?
I'm going to go with the bear.
And Robbie?
Fluffy.
Never heard of either of them.
Travis?
Sludge.
It's an honor to be up here with the king of concrete, man. That's awesome.
I need invites, Teddy.
What do you mean? I thought Robbie was sending them to you. Alright, I'll get them once I, give me a second. Robbie has sent you a couple, I believe. Did you get any?
Nope.
Going blue screened real quick, so
Plenty to me, so.
I can accept my invite here. Dan Kate out there on YouTube. I'm a little concerned that he's trying to text and drive. That is a scary thought.
I did jump over to that parody over there. A lot of good names too. Wanted to wish them all luck. I have talked a lot about it.
Everybody over there in a long time, but
Did you get those?
When I saw Dentate, I'd jump in there and give him my traditional blend Canada for him.
Yeah, Dan Kate's a good guy. Gotta love him.
That's okay, we're going to be blaming Chewy, who's sending in tonight, for anything that happens on the track.
He did tell me when I was in the other chat, he likes the new format of everybody being independent because he was sick and tired of me firing him every day last year.
Who?
Chewy.
Just can't get the stuff.
We all got fired.
How did Chewy
Yeah,
get
everybody
fired?
got
Was Chewy here last year?
Yeah, he was on Knievel Motorsports.
Wasn't I on Knievel Motorsports?
Yeah, you fired too all the time.
I didn't even know my own teammates. Anyways, back to green flag is dropped. FRR, Bad Fast Marley, just outside the top 10 in points. He is your pole sitter with DK Brown outside. There's Robbie Racing sitting in third as the 17 and the 13 head off of turn 2 with the only 2 drivers not side by side right now. Robbie looking for third. Here comes Sludge to the inside of Country Caliber. That would be the battle for 4th and 5th, so that's going to round out your top 5 here. As FRR Bad Fast Marley, Steve Yavorski is going to lead the first lap here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Something that is going to, for some of these drivers, that's going to be key. We always talk about this, at least I always used to, is patience. With no caution, if you get spun out or something, you're going to need to stay calm, take a deep breath, get to that stage, reevaluate how you can work your way back to the front.
Patience, never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither.
We know that's
We're going to have a wreck in probably about 2 to 3 laps, guarantee it.
Travis is already telling us that he'll be wrecking here in about 2 or 3 laps.
Hellraiser just put Fluffy into the grass.
Fluffy's not going to be happy, but he should come back. Battle for the lead now is the 13 and DK Brown going to the inside of Bad Fast Marley. Sludge trying to get to the inside of Robbie. They're 2 by 2, 2 rows deep. Sludge falls back in line. DK Brown still on the inside of the 17. The 17 has a train of trucks below him as he's the only truck out there in that number 17 Ford on the outside. Sludge still taking a peek up there, but unwanting to be racing up there. as it is the slow line. DK Brown makes the pass. Here comes Robbie Racing now to the inside of the 17. That's Bad Fast Marley falling back as he's now in third, under fire for that position, but he's able to fall in line in front of that 21. That's SMK Sludge. Battle for fifth now as Racehead in that 32 machine is able to make a pass on the outside. Bold move by him of that 98 of Country Caliber, but Country Caliber fighting back, but by fighting back, coming off 4, the 98 gets loose and is going through the grass.
Daddy.
Son of a bitch.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
$5 fine.
The 02 Travis Tyson did tell us that within 2 or 3 laps he would be wrecking, and then we heard his speech 2 laps later. I'm assuming that that actually happened and he did not really plan for it, but it did happen. Travis Tyson not having a good time as he's in the back with the likes of Den Kate and Hellraiser.
He's gone, Chewy, and myself all just got right there.
That's why I call you the king of concrete, bud. You love smacking that wall.
Dylan Tibbins out there in YouTube land. Hello, Daddy. That was weird.
Hello, Dad. Yeah, again, happy birthday to him over there this week. He turned 21 for the 3rd time. Impressive.
Is that it?
Picola out there in YouTube land, not really doing a whole lot of talking here in the broadcast booth, but doing his 1 of 3 messages out there in YouTube. Thank you for that, Picola.
Yes, sir. And I got my like in too.
What do you like? Oh, good idea. Yeah, any viewer out there, let's hit that like button. Yeah, that makes us look better.
What do I like? I like long walks on the beach with Keystone.
The 32 either got really loose or decided he wanted to take it 3 wide for that battle for 3rd place, I believe. Robbie Racing is holding on to that spot now in that beautiful 00 Chevrolet as the 32 of Racehead now into 4th. And here comes Portal Guy in the other orange machine in that 26 as he's now looking for 5th. And here comes the Bear and the Fluffy. They started at the rear of the field, but they are now moving into, that's a battle for 6th position already as they're trying to get to the inside of that 21 of Sludge.
The Fluffy Bear coming to the front again, starting at the rear here at Texas and the CQ Sports. Great battle all week too, man. There's been great racing all throughout the week here. Just because I can't always get on and join in doesn't mean I'm not always watching. And there's been some heck of a battles. And hats off to T-Bird for trying some strategy the other night too.
Putin, are you on your phone?
No, I'm on my headset. I'm Wi-Fiing off of my phone.
Right, but no. Are you on your actual PlayStation or are you on your phone as to how you're in this chat?
I'm on my PlayStation in the chat. I'm watching the broadcast on my phone.
No, that's fine. Dylan asked why everyone was echoing, and that tends to be something that happens when people are on their phone as well. That's why I was asking.
Well, I can shut the broadcast off.
No, you're fine. He asked, and so typically if you're in the chat while on your phone, that's usually what causes echo. But anyways, back to racing. Somebody's in 1st, somebody's in 2nd, and Robbie is in 3rd. Over to you, Picola. What are you watching? Let's get you involved here in the broadcast.
Just watching the leaders right now. Everybody's kind of single file. After that first wreck, looks like they want to just get in the line and run, not have any more wrecks, you know. Get to the first pit stop.
Okay, apparently it's me making all of you guys echo because Dylan said that whenever I mute my mic, everyone sounds clear. So when I stop talking, I'll mute my mic. That should help resolve that, I guess. As he said, I'm not echoing, so.
But I don't believe you stopped talking with the tab.
Yeah. What was that?
Good talk.
Yeah, back to the racing, right? So,
Good talk.
A little preemptive right there.
my mic was a bad idea there as I got all wound up, dropped my controller, and my mic popped out. Right, so singling out is really a good theory as the 26 now has caught Robbie Racing. He's actually caught all of the top 3, so he's sitting there in 4th. 2 orange machines in 3rd and 4th, but single file racing here early in the stages is, man, I'm struggling, I guess, but yeah, single file racing is a good idea here. Less chance of wrecking, first off, and second, you know that everybody has to make a green flag pit stop, so you just have to survive and be in contention at that point in time. As we have a new race leader, the 17 Bad Fast Marley has gotten around the 13 of DK Brown, as has Robbie Racing and Portal Guy now in the 26 trying to get his way around, and DK Brown is able to drop back in front of Fluffy in that 87, who is right in front of the Bear and Racehead.
Already up to the leaders. Didn't take them long before the first pit stop.
Yep.
Yep.
Sometimes I try to do that yep thing just to get Puddin to say it, because for once he actually sounds like a man when he has a deep yep.
Yep.
Did that the other day at work. Nobody got it. I was like, oh, get out of here.
Robbie looking to the inside of Marley. Portal Guy looked like he was going to try to make a move on Robbie, but then Robbie dropped down and made the move on the 17, costing the 26 spots, as now he's on the outside with Fluffy on the inside of him, pushing that 00 of Robbie. Fluffy now to P3, looking for P2, as Marley still stuck on the outside with Robbie, Fluffy, and the Bear all on the inside. Robbie, a two-time winner here in this series. Fluffy not yet to have won, and the Bear, I believe, also has 2 wins here on Thursday night. So multiple race winners here on the inside lane trying to get by Bad Fast Marley, who is also yet to get a win. So it's a good mix of drivers, and what's that, 8 trucks still all in contention for that top spot right now, as Fluffy gets to the inside of Robbie. Bear now to the inside of Robbie, as coming to the start-finish line, Fluffy, who started in the rear, will have just led his first lap of this race. Don't expect that to be his last, but it is his first so far.
It's like these guys know how to make a truck or a setup.
Just learned how to the other day.
Very important and very critical too. I was going to say something about that. Everybody's setup is going to be a little bit different, you know, especially with Cameron, where your tires sit when you have to pit, gear ratios and stuff, a little bit different from the slider. So let's see who has the truck that might get an extra lap and a half maybe to try to trap some people maybe. You know, that's just about it.
Yeah, big shout tonight to Mike RPM, unable to make it. He's on vacation. Really miss having him out here on the track. Usually when we see Bear and Fluffy, Mike's out here with those guys. But that 16 truck, yeah, that 16 truck is not here tonight. But he does have his wheel and PS. I'm surprised he didn't log on, but he's kind of checking those showdown races, make sure he was able to lock his time in, as Fluffy out here in the 87 Fleet Wing pickup is still in front of the Bear, followed by Robbie, Portal Guy, and DK Brown rounding out your top 5 in that 13 machine, which, by the way, 13 truck is the most winningest truck in GC Sports, obviously this season, but in history, because this would be the first season.
Fluffy gets shuffled to the back of this lead pack here.
I don't see that.
I'm sorry, not Fluffy, I'm sorry. The Bear. Fluffy Bear.
I do see Bear in the back of it, but I see Fluffy in first. Yep. What was it? We used to Fluffy Unicorn. Is that what we did there for the longest time? That little meme. You know what I'm talking about, bud? Or is that little girl was hugging that unicorn?
I have no idea what you were talking about.
Said the Fluffy Unicorn. Gotta love it. We only have 6 viewers out there. Usually on Thursday, we get a whole bunch of guys. I don't see Butters. I don't see all... Man, Travis didn't even bring his fan club. And with watching him race out here by himself as he's coming off of turn 2, I believe, I see why the fan club wasn't here. Travis, of course, I'm just messing with you. But, again, this is early. This is only stage 1. So as long as Travis is able to stay on the lead lap, and honestly, even if he falls a lap down, he's the only one to go a lap down, he's still sitting in pretty good predicament to get himself top 10, as I believe there's, what, 15 trucks out here tonight.
Travis also looking for a sponsor to help repair all of the concrete walls out there. Should be a concrete
company.
Robbie.
Going wide at 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Everything okay there, Robbie?
Yeah, it's making a bit of room.
Oh, I just assumed you popped a tire or something. I heard you've been doing that all day.
Haven't we all?
Down to only 5 viewers. That's unfortunate, but I'm sure we'll get some views by these guys when the race is over, so at least we should get to double digits. The Bear now in 5th place as he is riding right in front of Racehead, and again, Robbie falling to the rear of this front pack, but Robbie didn't specify, but he said he was making some room. To me, that says that the pit stops be coming up here within a few laps, as we're actually starting to see these guys spread out pretty good. I just seen the 98 smash the wall right in front of the leaders. That can't be good. That might be the 88 of Hellraiser, I believe, having a hard time up there. That's no bueno. But yeah, these guys spreading out like this, I can only assume that pit stops are getting ready to happen within the next 5 or 6 laps, and therefore everybody's giving themselves enough room so that the 13 of Pete Cola can't smash there. Yes, all of the leaders signal, but Pete Cola will not be running into the back end of any of these guys as they try to get to pit road, as he's not on the track tonight.
Did you run into people on pit lane, Cola?
I might have possibly given a love tap to Teddy.
You fired. Just for nostalgic sake, you're fired.
When I was in 3rd place coming to pit road. Receiving a pit road speeding penalty. Bad Fast Marley getting passed on track by the 40 of the Bear. Interesting enough, it looked like almost all of the leaders signaled last lap, but only about half that lead pack actually pit, as now the Bear, Racehead, and Robbie all look like they're going to pit, but 17 did not signal this time. However, the 17 is coming to pit road. That was interesting, because the 17 did signal last time, and I don't know if because of how many people were there he was unable to get on pit road or what, but I did see just barely on the screen the 40 of the Bear. Looks like he caught the inside wall trying to get Woe down for pit road, so going to try to get over here to the first pack of 4 that pit, and it looks like the 13 of DK Brown got out first out of that group.
Let's go 13 truck.
I believe the 74 of Hegon to still be on track. That's signaling to me that he is yet to pit. If one of you guys could verify that.
I'm currently in pit road at the minute, coming out now.
Okay, Travis, who you got on as the leader on your track map?
32. He's just coming out of pit road right now.
Okay, so that's your battle for the lead, is the 13 of DK Brown going around the 32 of Racehead. That's going to put Fluffy in 2nd. Portal Guy should get around these guys and become 3rd, putting Racehead 4th, and everybody else behind him. Then it looks like Marley 5th, Robbie 6th. Not sure what happened to the Bear. No, that's not true. I watched the Bear nosedive the deal. But it looks like Sludge back there, Tiller's back there. The Bear may have possibly also gotten a pit road speeding penalty.
He might have, because he's going down turn 3 right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing him back here all by himself. There might have been a love tap that assisted in the speeding penalty of him. Robbie, is that the battle for 5th?
Words love tap. If you tap somebody, it ain't out of love.
It most certainly was last night.
Hi Clay, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining in tonight. Up to 7 viewers.
That is Clay Ramsey. That's a Blaney fan. That's last night's broadcaster from Wednesdays out there tuning in. Thanks for the support, bud. Thanks for tuning in, of course. Watching some
work too, man. I watched in. You guys did a great job.
Yeah, watching some great racing out here, just like you got to see last night. Texas Custom Trucks. Butters, he has made it.
There he is.
Officially here. There it is. Yep,
Where's
it's official.
Here we go. Give Butters a little update on how Travis is doing. This is Travis.
I'm in 13. Because he got involved in a wreck earlier.
Yeah,
He got involved in a wreck, and he
called the
word.
wreck. Yeah, and he called the wreck he was going to be in. He said in about 2 or 3 laps there's going to be a wreck out here. About 2 laps later he was involved. Bear coming back down pit road in that 40 machine. Not sure what's going on there, but that could trap him a lap down. But well, there's yeah, that's why I said it could trap him because well, how many laps you got left, Robbie?
Yeah, you have to bear me a second. I'm gonna get around the corner.
I was talking about Bear, and you said you have to bear me a sec. I like it. Let's see what you done there. Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down there.
Robbie had no idea he did that. 11 laps to go, so, I was going to say the Bear could be pitting now and then try to do a wave around at the end of the stage, but
Well, he's
11
about
to
ready
go.
2 laps down.
Yeah, 11 to go. I don't see that as what he's going to do. The Bear having a hard time out there. We're going to have to keep an eye on that as this race progresses. That's going to be really hard to come back from. However, at Daytona, he was down a lap, or Talladega, he was down a lap early too, and actually got one of his laps back the hard way on the track as he was in front of all the leaders coming to the end of a stage. And then he also got the lucky dog at the exact same times because he had gotten the other lap back. So if anybody can do it, that 40 machine of the Bear can get it done.
Figures. I pick him when that happens. Sorry, Bear. Won't do that again.
Commentator's
That's
curse.
what happened in my that's what happens in my DraftKings. So I'm going to quit picking people in DraftKings.
Yeah, could you tell me who you're picking and I'll just avoid that?
Yeah, right. Last week it was Ryan Priest that got me the worst. I would have had to do that. Oh, Ryan Priest.
I believe the 87 of Fluffy to be your race leader right now.
Yes.
This could pay huge dividends for the Bear, actually. We know that the Bear and DK Brown and Fluffy are all friends, and as I'm saying it, of course, they kind of let the Bear go, which he is on fresher tires. But so that's going to put the Bear 1 lap down now. This is completely manageable for that 40 truck now. He probably won't get the lucky dog this stage. However, as long as he's the first truck 1 lap down, and or he could go and get his lap back the hard way next stage, that would put him back on the lead lap for stage 3. As we know, stage...
He went in to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, and that could have easily been what it is, because otherwise, I mean, why would you pit a second time? But I know stage points are huge here. Yeah, stage points or an ice cream sandwich. Ask Cole Trickle. Right, so yeah, stage points are huge. You always want to get as many as you can, but at the end of the day, everybody's here to win these races, and so whatever you got to do, at whatever it costs, getting that victory at the end is more important than getting the stage win.
Yes, Chewy is racing tonight, Butters.
Yeah, I was
But
going to say, Butters is asking about Chewy.
I just want to let you
he got
know,
fired.
Butters, Chewy is on the track driving around. Racing is yet to be determined, but he is on the track in that 20 machine right there in front of the Bear.
He's present. Yes, let's put it like that.
No,
Oh, look.
he's in front of me.
Oh, look.
We're racing for position.
Oh, that's Chewy in front of Travis, in front of the Bear.
We're both in. Yeah, we're in front of the leaders.
Are we coming close to 5 laps to go as I see Travis in front of the leaders at the end of a stage here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll probably have to go.
They're going to be fighting for the first car
Right
1
on
lap down
schedule.
here in a second.
The 20 and the 02, these guys, 5 laps to go. They're going to try to hold the leaders off. And at this point in time, you really actually, I mean, hindsight 2020, you got to battle them when they get to you that little amount of laps. They're coming, though. However, if the leaders are going to get by them, then they need to fight it amongst themselves on who's going to
go for the leaders.
Then they need to fight it out amongst themselves and decide who's going to get that lucky dog. 4 to go for the lead. Man, I just don't see him holding it off. And I don't expect the 40 of the Bear to not push the issue here either, as you know he's trying to stay in front of those leaders, because if he's unable to, then he's going to be in trouble. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he loses a lap trying to get through this traffic, that's going to play a huge dividend on him. What this is going to help, though, is going to be Travis, as he gets the position on the 20 of Chewy as these leaders going by, but now the 20
Now
is
the
going to
20's
fall
got
in
the
behind the leaders. Race within a race with 3 to go.
Hope you're enjoying this, Butters.
Fantastic action here. Sports cuts and truck.
Man, I hope Chewy comes back and watches these races. That is by far the most airtime he's gotten in one of these GC Sports races.
Probably, and that's probably the most he'll ever get.
Yeah, and if he screenshots it just like Travis did that one week, it could look like he's in front of the leaders.
Exactly, man. That played out right.
Should be 2 laps to go now for Fluffy and DK Brown. Now, keep in mind, Fluffy is a driver that's not here on a full-time basis. DK Brown is yet to miss a race. So, will that 13 push the issue, knowing that he's not only going for, trying to make the playoffs in advance, but he's also looking for the regular season championship. He's, it's still early. We're getting closer to halfway, but that's still something these drivers are fighting for, as they should be on the white flag lap. And here comes the 13 of DK Brown getting to the inside of Fluffy. He's going to take the lead, barreling down the backstretch. The 13 has the draft of the 40. This is the white flag lap, correct, or am I an idiot?
Yep, it's the white flag lap.
And you could have said it better.
Yeah, that worked out perfect for them. I'm sure that's the way they wanted that to work.
Yeah, the 40 of the Bear is going to be able to stay one lap down. The 13 of DK Brown is going to get your stage 1 victory as he takes the green and white checkered here. The Fluff Meister gets second. That's Cody Kyle in the 87. Not sure who got third. Sorry, the battle up here was pretty intense.
Bad Fast Marley third, Robbie Racing fourth, Racehead fifth, Portal Guy sixth, Sledge seventh, eighth is Country Caliber, Tiller ninth, and Denkate gets 10th.
Denkate
Wait
with
a
the top
minute.
10.
Denkate?
Stage points, baby.
What is Denkate doing?
He's still trying to figure it out, but there is the Denkate right there in that 3
And I'm
machine.
the first car one lap down, so that's something. Anyway.
Beat Chewy for the lucky dog. There you go.
How many trucks are a lap down after that? Is that just put Chewy and the Bear a lap down?
No, that's gonna put, basically 12th to 15th will be one lap down.
So 3 trucks lap down, I'm assuming to be the 88 of Hellraiser, the 40 of the Bear, and Chewy.
No, and he's gone, the 74, he brought out that caution, or started that, or wreck, rather.
Yeah, nobody brought out a caution. I know, Travis, I know this is your first season here with GC Sports, but I was hoping by now it might have dawned on you there is no cautions. Right, back to racing. The 13 of DK Brown barreling down into turn 1. Looks like 3 wide for the race lead as the 32 of Racehead goes to the high side. And here comes 17 of Bad Fast Marley diving it in under Fluffy. And he's actually going to try to stay to the inside of the 13 of DK Brown as he's looking to lead this first lap of stage 2. Over to you, Puddin'. Oh, you don't have the play-by-play like that. Over to you, P-Color.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for
Right. Make you feel bad. Man, this is some good racing here. Everybody is spread out 3, 4 wide going through the tri-oval.
Here we
Sorry
go
you're missing
again.
this, Puddin'. Oh, a big wreck
I'm
through the
watching on my
tri-oval.
phone.
Oh, no, I think I saw the 40 in that one.
Yep, 40 got big wrecked.
Oh, man.
That is not going to be a happy bear. Somebody has poked the
I made
bear.
it through that somehow. I don't even know how I did it.
As we see, the 15 of Tiller was involved, the 40 of the Bear, and the 88 of Hellraiser seem to be the 3 trucks that got the worst end of that. Going to get back up to our leaders here as I'm going to ride along with Marley as he's sitting there in second. I didn't.
He's gone and Chewy just wrecked.
Dude, I don't know what just happened on my screen. I didn't even know you could get followers on a PlayStation.
Yep.
Something just popped up and said somebody's now following me. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Hopefully it's not the FBI. You may want to go get that checked.
It's all because I said a bad word.
It said the Federal Bureau is now following you. I should be good, yeah? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I'd rather be the Federal Bureau than the CIA. That's what I would say.
Wow, they're intelligent. Literally, they're the Central Intelligence. Hello. 17 of Bad Fast Marley now to the inside of the 13 of DK Brown. Here comes Portal Guy in that beautiful truck that finally has a chance to win since Puddin's not in it. That would be the 26 Luna Chevrolet.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I think we're going to have another wreck in that lead pack.
Reckless Gaming says, yeah, I'm FBI. He's the one following.
Who?
Reckless Gaming.
Who's that?
I don't know.
FBI.
Clearly. They just said
Probably
it.
probably a
Hello.
Russian bot.
Are you Russian? He's in YouTube, yeah?
Yeah.
Duh.
Well, I'm in my kitchen right now making a coffee.
Well, I know what that means.
I mean, I'm sitting here as they're coming off turn 4, Bad Fast Marley in front of Portal Guy. I clearly missed what happened because last time I looked at the TV, the 13 was in the lead. But now Fluffy in 3rd, the 13 of DK Brown falling to 4th, Racehead in 5th, Sludge in 6th, Country Caliber maybe in 7th, and Robbie Racing rounding out the lead pack there in 8th place.
You got 10 viewers. Thanks, guys. Well, 9. I guess I was technically counting them, right?
Man, if you get shuffled up on that high side, you better get down as soon as you can.
Oh, yeah.
Portal guy was second. He's going to drop all the way back to the end of this pack pretty much.
Yep. I mean,
I think we got somebody out of the race. If you want to check to see who that
I'm
is.
going to assume probably the 15 of Tiller.
Yep.
Not even scrolling through, just a lucky guess after checking the Facebook. Up front, the Fluffy Unicorn, P1, as he's now gotten ahead of Marley, and here comes DK Brown out of the inside of him. Unlike last night, I'm seeing a lot more racing going on for this top spot. We've seen it jostled a little bit in stage 1. After that, it kind of calmed down. Everybody ran pretty well single file. But here in both first and early in the stage 2 here, these drivers on Thursday night are, I mean, they're dicing it up. And while they're battling for this second position, that 87 truck is just starting to pull away.
Yep.
Well, that explains that there in YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that.
What happened?
Keep an eye on Dinkate, Tiller says.
Breaking news, better get over to that 3 truck, figure out what's going on. Unfortunately for Tiller, all he actually did was give Denkate more TV time, as there's the 3 truck of Denkate. It's really good because, you know, anytime we ever scroll to him, he's never getting past, usually because he's not running around anybody. But yeah, so there you see the 3 truck of Denkate. Now back to the leader, that's Fluffy. The Bear, he's still all by himself, involved in that early wreck. Travis Tyson, clip it, as he's actually in front of some trucks. Here comes Chewy. I thought Chewy was involved in that. Oh, I guess you were as well then, because you said the 74 and the.
That was in stage 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. So never mind. Take it back. 17, Bad Fast Marley in a Ford, second place. Unable to catch the 87 right now, but he's hoping that some of these guys hook up with him and try to go up there. I just, you know, to each their own. It really seems, though, like these guys are racing too hard to really be battling for the win. Instead, they're battling for P2. And I know that if I was on track and I'm racing somebody that likes Fluffy, that's what I'm usually just plan on. But, yeah, these guys are fighting really hard for stage 2 and kind of letting Fluffy walk away. Again, stage points are huge, and Fluffy is more of a part-timer, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But, I mean, winning a stage is better than finish second in it.
Well, at least
has a internet malfunction.
He actually made it to stage 2 this time, so bravo to Quinlan.
Yeah, if we get really lucky, he won't be back. I mean, he might try to make it back.
Hey, Robbie, what happened to you? You kind of lost the lead pack there.
Yeah, it notified me that Pudding left the party. I looked to see what it was. And I put it in the wall, like an idiot.
All Puddin's fault. He's fired.
So what you're saying is, when you realized that your buddy Puddin wasn't here, you got teary-eyed and couldn't see the wall that was coming right up.
Oh, mate, I got well upset. You have no idea. Like, no idea. Crying and everything. Bit of mosh.
Getting a bit of mosh, he says. Those of you that don't know, in his language, that just means emotional.
Whatever.
Back down here, we got a pretty good battle going on still for second place, as DK Brown now holds that position in front of Sludge, Portal Guy, and Bad Fast Marley. Race Setting, Country Caliber are back there just a little ways trying to catch up. Country doesn't seem to have the best handling forward out there, and because of that, I'm seeing him having a hard time catching up to the bumper of that 32 to be able to really make a good hard run at these leaders. Over to you, Pico.
What you want me to say, bro? Yep.
So what I was thinking was you could try to do like that whole broadcast team thing, where like I say something and then you say something about the race. And
why don't you do a run through the field? Look at that.
Hey, why don't you watch Pit Road for me down there, Picola? I'm sorry. Go ahead and do it. You do whatever you want, bud.
I'll watch the back of the field.
Hey, Travis, Picola's going to be watching you for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
When you know it, the 02 and the 20 are around each other again back here.
And you know who else I'm close to? Got Robbie right in
racing.
front of me. And we always wind up next to each other. I don't know what it is.
The
Robbie's
second all-time.
Robbie's so
race.
much better than me. I don't know.
Because I feel sorry for you, so I'll wait for you.
Oh, thanks, mate.
You're all
I just
supposed to
kinda-
go forward.
Well, I just kind of figured it had to be the 5-hour time difference.
Yeah. I'm gonna pit soon anyway.
Not much action. Just single file.
As the 26 is on the outside of the 17, side-by-side racing for the battle for 4th position. Sorry, you were watching the rear. I was supposed to be watching the front, and I wasn't doing a very good job. Apparently.
Come on, man.
You guys
Yeah.
want to be good
You want to help me out with this broadcast thing?
Yeah, I was thinking of eventually doing my job, but I was trying to see how far you could handle by yourself, and the answer was not very good.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm going to try to find words that I can use that I can say that aren't
Emotion.
in the SEC.
Emotion.
Yeah. You can say colour or Dave if you want. I mean,
It's
or
Kalur.
Galar.
It's Kalur, apparently.
Colour, yeah.
How silly is that? Man, to anybody out there in the YouTube land, did you hear this BS that apparently the word color has been changed on how they spell it and they added a U so it can be Kalur? It's still pronounced color, you know, because Robbie informed me of that earlier. But, yeah. Roger, carrying on back to the race. Travis Tyson back here with his buddy in the 20. Those two trucks have been inseparable here all night. This time, they're not on the same lap, though.
Looks like 17 and Bad Bass might be signaling to come pit road here.
So is Country Caliber.
Yeah, I thought that last time that Marley was signaling. Did he actually pit this time? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep.
Yeah, last stage I thought he'd done that too, and it didn't pan out.
Lag.
He was behind you though, right? So that should have been a good lag.
Yeah,
Helped you
and
go
now
fast.
He just hit the wall. He just hit the wall.
That's not a good lag.
But no, like, he just came right behind me and then he died.
He's going to want to see you in the garage after this.
Bring it.
Pit lane.
Bring him to the holla. Racehead, that's the 32 truck headed to pit road. Who do you have? Do you guys have any idea who the first truck lap down is right now? If Chewy wrecked, I believe that put Bear as the first truck one lap down, or he gone in the 74.
Yeah, we don't know.
Well, I wasn't sure where Travis was running, so if he could see 13th place. No, I didn't mean that like that, but if you were running further back.
Robbie, are you pitting this time or next time?
No.
Next time.
Hey, Clay, no, we have, well, I mean, it's not a lag out, it's a backed out Angry, but we do have one truck out of the race. That would be the 15 of Tiller. Yeah, he's out. Oh, look, guys, we are lucky. Puddin' is back. Hello. Hi, Puddin'.
Hi, bud.
Hi guys that have internet.
Brother, I heard you could just
Yes,
go to
I am.
McDonald's.
You know what? Don't tempt me. I will straight camp out in White Castle's parking lot all night.
No, I said McDonald's, but yep, White
Nah,
Castle.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't like.
Although, you do.
Oh, no.
Reverse him.
Robbie comes to pit road, lost
That was
it.
close. Nearly killed somebody.
Robbie trying to drive on the opposite side of the truck.
I'm so glad I pitted a lap earlier.
All right, guys, you've seen we're at the pit stop scene in stage 2. Anybody out in YouTube land, who are your picks to win? Right now, Fluffy looking really strong. Trying to do a quick start with our leader here. Try to stroll through the field as we see the 87 of Fluffy's going down pit road. The crew chief.
He is either out of gas or he has blown a tire.
The crew chief for the Fluffy, Mr. Unicorn, has said that they plan on making no changes on that number 87 machine as it's running really well, and he doesn't feel like anybody can get up there and contend with him. We'll have to, time will tell if that is going to prove him right. Scrolling through the field, going to go over to the 40, putting on to you.
Yep.
The 40 is the bear. You're just supposed to do some pit road stuff here.
Speeding penalty.
I'm delayed. Remember, I'm way delayed.
Yeah, I just said say something about the 40. That's it. That's all I was saying.
It is a beautiful truck with a great driver behind it who has a chance at winning this thing.
He's a bear that's been poked earlier in the race, and he's looking to rebound right over to Hellraiser.
Josh has been poked. He is not happy.
Guys, so two things. Portal guy, I think, got a speeding penalty, and Denke did run out of gas because he was in second, and he is falling through the field right now.
It's because Denke probably ran out of gas because he was going on liters up there in Canada and not gallons.
Yeah, he said it was 3 wide entering the pit road.
Sometimes.
He said it was 3 wide in the turn, cost him, so he was backing out. Not that he'd run out of fuel. 88 Hellraiser out here. We haven't seen a whole lot of this truck being up front. We have seen a truck that looks a lot like it running in the top 10, and that would be the 98 of Country Caliber.
Yeah, he's going to be in front of me, and he's kind of scared me a little bit.
Going back down here, the 02 truck of Travis Tyson, his crew chief Butters, said that they don't really have high hopes for a top 5 tonight, but they're trying to solidify their way into the playoffs. Just trying to run a clean, consistent race here in that 02 so far. Clean is not the word, but consistent is happening, as he did get that lucky dog at the end of stage 1. Going over to Bad Fast Marley in the 17, he's been riding around these leaders all night long. He feels like he really has a truck to compete with these drivers. So far, he's not proving it, as he has been unable to catch and pass that 87, but then again, who has? Over to the 13 of DK Brown. Piccolo, go ahead and take this one.
Let's see. 13 looks like he's still running in that second pack there, and only have Fluffy and Sludge in front of him, so he's got a pretty good truck here tonight. He's been in the front pack all night. Probably not too many changes on pit road.
Over to the 00 of Robbie Racing. Puddin', go ahead and just let us know how his night's going so far.
Good.
Right, carrying on. Country Caliber in the 98. Well, he, in that last pit stop, as you can see, there's no drivers immediately in front of him. He was complaining of being too warm in the cab of that truck, so under that last pit stop, they took a few extra seconds and successfully were able to get his pants off, and he feels much more comfortable, and the air conditioning unit is working in that 98 Ford, so expect to see him making his way to the front. Sludge up here in the 21. We know that he's not saving fuel. He is on the inside of the 13 right now. This is for what should be second place. He's got a really good hot rod, as he does week after week. He was telling me earlier this week that this is the one race he was excited for. No driver can just back it down and try to save, so he feels like this is his type of race to finally go out there and get that 21 into victory lane.
That sounds like Sludge.
Well, I picked him tonight, so let's see what it is in stage 3.
Hey, Trav, do you know who is the first lap down? Because the bear is catching Chewy here.
I have no idea, to be honest with you, because I'm running in 6. I'm nowhere near those guys.
Okay.
And awkward silence.
Oh, man. I had my mic muted. I was going off about this 2x2 battle for second, man. As DK Brown now on the inside of the 21, he's battling for second. Here comes Portal Guy. Racehead was just right there. They were 2x2, 2 rows deep. They're starting to single file out, but the Sludge in the 21 is fighting really hard for that position. I'm assuming this to be the last lap of the stage or so, because the 13 puts a hard block on that 21. Here comes the 26 of Portal Guy. He's now going to take P3.
We're coming up to 4 to go. The leaders will be taking 4 to go at the line.
Okay, so not sure what the hard block was for, but I know that DK Brown does not want to give up these positions. The 26 bump drafting the 13 all the way down the front stretch and through the trioval as they go into turn 1. His front end is still yet to leave the rear bumper of that 13 machine. All the while, the 87 of Fluffy is just walking away from the rest of this field as these guys are battling hard back here as they're coming to 3 to go. This time by as they enter 3. Sludge not happy sitting in 4th after he has been in 2nd ever since the pit stops.
Meanwhile, where I'm racing, Hellraiser's in front of me, and he's living up to his username because he's doing some kind of satanic ritual in the infield a couple times. Trying to raise up hell.
And back here in the back, The bear has still not caught Chewy. He's been close for a while now.
Coming to
down to the
3 to
end.
go. Ooh.
Should be coming to 2 to go.
Yeah, they're coming to 2 to go. I think the Bears going to get him, but they're on the back stretch, so they were a little bit further back is why I said 3 to go. The Bear is closing in on that 20. This is for your lucky dog in stage 2, I believe. Not sure where the 74 truck. The 74 truck's on pit road, not moving, so I'm assuming he is in no contention to get that lucky dog.
Probably left.
Going to go back to the battle for second as that a lot of truck there fighting. Looks like Bear is on the inside of Chewy now. NASCAR Extreme Gaming out there on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. That would be David Wallace, another YouTuber here for the GC Sports. He's got his own channel. If you ever want to check it out, he's got some setup, plays some multiple games. Check that out.
This is the final lap, man. So we're coming to take the green and white.
Portal guy got really wide there on the exit of 2. Looks like that's going to allow DK Brown to get some separation between he and Sludge. And DK Brown is going to be able to come up to the start-finish line in second with Sludge in third. But let's not forget stage 2 winner, same as stage 1 winner. Fluffy is going to become victorious and take a green and white checkered. There Ramsey says out there.
My pick is going to get back on the lead lap.
Alright, so going through the top 10 here. Fluffy, DK Brown, Sludge in 3rd, Portal Guy 4th, Racehead 5th, yours truly in 6th, Badfast Marley 7th, Robbie Racing 8th, Country Caliber 9th, and Den Kate, the first car 1 lap down, is in 10th, so it's another stage 1.
Oh, man.
What is going on with old Dencake tonight?
I don't know.
Kidding.
I know
Got a
that
good setup.
Chewy poked the bear.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw that right in front of me. It was.
Chewy likes to do that.
Yeah, I just know Chewy.
The bear's about to chew on something. And
I'm just via the YouTube. I mean the Facebook chat. The bear's mad. He been poked.
things you don't want to do.
Also, real quick, Travis, could you let me know which truck is yours truly? I don't think I recognize that screen name. You said 6th place, so usually when somebody says yours
Robbie
truly, they're
knows
speaking of themselves.
That phrase apparently because he is more prestigious than ourselves. So.
Well, I know that usually people use that phrase when they're talking about themselves. Like, I understand that, but you said 6th place and then said yours truly, so that's where I was confused, I guess. As I say that, the 17 gave you a hard bump there, entering turn 1, as the 40 and the 20, big wreck back there.
Yeah,
like
so much for racking them and stacking them.
I mean, that was a rack and stack. Kind of seen it. Looks like the 40 may have gotten tight on the exit of 2, while the 20 truck was on the outside of him. That's all I can assume happened there. Roger that. Back to the racing. 87 of Fluffy. He's still in the lead here. And actually, the truck that got the worst end of that was the 40, as the 20 is still going forward. Looking for the Bear now. The Bear's on pit road. That's going to put an end to his night.
Well, he'll definitely be taking to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and any other social media to tell the world how bad Chewy is.
Yeah, if your name is Chewy, you are social media famous today. That's your boy, Butters. That's your boy, Butters.
Oh, Portal just plowed the wall.
Yep. 87 of Fluffy under the rest here is the 21 and the 17 trying to get them. Travis is in the top 5. Portal got...
Oh, big crash. 13 just hooked it dead right and killed everybody.
Robbie's out. Robbie was involved. The 13 was involved. The 3 is involved. I believe that was the 32 of Racehead. He was involved.
Thank God I didn't go high there.
Travis Tyson. Guys, everybody, please look at your monitors right now. That 02 machine, I'm on board with the 87. You can see a white and blue machine right there in 3rd. That's actually 3rd place for the 02 of Travis Tyson. He is not a lap down. This is a real screenshot moment for that 02. I'm just kidding. Of course, you're doing a great job.
Only
Jose,
8 more laps to go.
Jose Protege out there asking if Chewy's taking out pro leaguers. Back to the racing. Fluffy's still in first in that 87 truck.
There's a bounty that we weren't told about.
It's the bear's been poked. We'll leave it at that. Travis Tyson under fire here by the 17 of Bad Fast Marley. This is really becoming interesting. Stage 3, we have Fluffy out in the lead. Sludge, Travis, Marley, Portal Guy, and Country Caliber round out the top 6, all still in contention for the race win here. But that's about as far as that goes. Everybody else is going to be battling hard, kind of hoping for some penalties from these top 6 and kind of just see what they can do from there. As looks like Travis put a block on the 17, the 26, then able to get by the 17. That is for 3rd place. That group of trucks seems to be running down the 21 of Sludge.
Well, I practice with Sludge. Sludge is good on the short run. It's not good on the long run.
Portal Guy in the 26, he's now on the inside of the 02. That's Travis Tyson going to the outside. He's going to fall back to, looks like 5th, as Bad Fast Marley also able to get by him. Here comes the 98 of Country Caliber, just hoping these guys can slow down just enough for him to be able to sniff that draft.
Yeah, I didn't want to hold him up anymore because they're faster than me and we don't need to be losing stuff. That's the last thing we need to do.
Yeah, not this early.
Yep, Fluffy's quick.
Country needs you to lift just for a second.
DK, if you can hear me, mate, we're going to do switch on turns 3 and 4.
Puddin', are you still with us?
Puddin', calling Puddins.
Don't believe so.
He probably passed out.
I wonder if he heard the joke I made about him last night.
I don't know, but I know he had too many White Claws tonight. Yeah, he's not there.
Know that.
That definitely would have got him riled up. Yeah, he's not there.
He doesn't seem like a White Claw. He seems like a 4-leg.
Oh, he's a White Claw guy.
Jose Protege out there saying the 26 and the 17 are making moves, and you're not wrong, is there now in 2nd and 3rd. This seems to be the best tandem on the track. Is tandems, obviously they're going to play huge, as the 87 of Fluffy seems to be, I mean, he's just dominated the race, right? So you got to do something to be able to catch them, and making all these passes is obviously not worked in stage 1 or stage 2, and it looks like the 17 has decided to just fall in line and ride behind that 26 of Portal Guy, and hopefully they can try to get up there and make some moves to this race lead. Sludge, however, not happy just sitting there in 4th, as he gave a shove to the 17 there that last turn in turn 1, but it looks like he's going to fall in line and try to stay with them as well. Unfortunately for Travis, that looks like his gearing is not set quite to stay with these guys. He's right outside that draft mark. He's hoping that he can catch a sniff and be able to catch right back up to them, but this group of 3 does seem to be catching our leader of Fluffy.
You think Sludge is at the end of that pack there, saving some gas?
No. I think he knows that they're faster, and he's probably just, again, doesn't want to hold anybody up, because we are catching up to the leader.
Trav, how are your tires holding up going that fast, man?
Going pretty good. I'm focused right now.
Looking good.
I think somebody said I could get top 5, but I couldn't remember.
Still early here in stage 3 is the 02 hoping for this top 5. I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah, I couldn't avoid that accident in stage 1, or I probably would have had a top 10 there, but avoided that big wreck that happened at the beginning of this stage, and that's helped out a lot.
It's kind of crazy how strong the draft is here at these mile and a halves like Texas is. The 26 and the 17, I mean, they're right there. They are on Fluffy's tail. They definitely have his draft now. Sludge is starting to lose them. I mean, it's been clear since the drop of the green flag that the 87 and the 40 were the 2 faster trucks. The 40 obviously out of the race after being involved in some incidents.
They caught the leader, and they are... Well,
Yep, literally what I was about to say. Yep, the 26 and the 17, yeah, they're right there. These guys are looking to not just be able to stay with Fluffy, but they're trying to become the race leader here and put the pressure on the 87 to be the one to start making the moves. And Sludge sitting back there in fourth again. He's hoping to catch a sniff of this draft once they do start battling. Travis Tyson is hoping that these guys are going to start battling so that he can get back up to them, as it's now become realistically a 3 to 4 truck battle for the race lead. Top 5 are still all within contention, and the 98 of Country Caliber is still lurking back there, but he's starting to fall off more and more as the laps continue on. Real quick, Clay out there saying that Fluffy may be saving too. There's no reason to save. Same as last night, this is not a fuel or tire strategy race. It's going to simply be when you come down pit road. There's no, especially with the rules now that you can't save more than 5 laps, you would need to save 12 laps here in order to make it. So there's no saving going on.
Yeah, and to save 12 laps here, you would literally probably go about 2 or 3 laps down in the process, just trying to do that.
Yeah, I think the only strategy really that is going to be when do you pit. You know, you short pit, you go long.
Yep.
Last night, to me, it seemed like short pit didn't really pay off as well.
Yeah, it kind of depends on who you were and how good you could get on coming down pit road. That's what I noticed.
I'm impressed, though, that they were able to run that 87 back down.
Well,
we hadn't seen anybody do that all night.
Fighting again, so another reason.
Are they?
Yep. Yeah, it looks like they've fallen off. Probably looks about 0.3 of a second now. They've fallen back. And seems to be getting worse, but we all do know Fluffy. Same as actually Clay, you might have nailed that on the head when you said Fluffy might be saving. He may back it down a little bit, let these guys catch them, burn their stuff up, and still have a lot to go in that 87 truck. The Gator rule is in effect. No, I mean, I don't want anybody saving 27 laps, but yeah.
Gator rules in effect.
Let's be honest.
Rule too.
Let's be honest, no matter what you were doing here at Texas, you're not saving the amount of laps you need to be able to save this, regardless of the rule package. It's just, you would lose way too much time trying to back it down and save that many laps. You would have to, on average, save... Yeah, I mean, you'd have to save 4 laps per section of this run in order to make it one less pit stop.
I'm starting to get the side of the leaders here, so I'm starting to get lows for trying or whatever at this point.
Well, it's usually one or the other.
Well, it's kind of both right now.
Looking around for some action on the track, really don't see much. There's Chewy going another lap.
There's 3 cars on the front stretch. So
that's not Chewy going. That's not Chewy going a lap down. That's DK Brown, Robbie Racing. Those guys were involved in that wreck. 20 is, I believe him to be a lap down, but the leader is the 87. These guys are probably 7th, 8th place maybe. So those aren't the leaders lapping Chewy right now.
Chewy 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7,
8. Yeah. I feel like that was just, he was trying to push the 7 repeatedly, and then his finger might have pushed the wrong button, and he ended up with that number.
Just came down pit road.
Trying to get on with him. Yeah, if this is going to be such a tricky one, if you pit early, you're going to make up a lot of time on the leaders. The problem with that is when they do come down to pit road and they come back out, you're going to have a really long stretch of laps that their fresher tires will prevail. It's not a question of if, it's that they will.
That definitely happened to me last night.
Fluffy's signaling to pit. Thank you, Clay, for pointing out that they're about to catch Denkate, but it looks like the 87 and the 26 both signaling that they'll be coming down pit road this time, so before they get to the 3 truck, they should be on pit road. The 2 leaders staying out are the 17 and the 21. That's a huge thing right there. The 87, already one of the faster trucks on the track, is going to come out well in front of everybody. The 26 now should come out probably 2.5 to 3 seconds ahead of the 17 and the 21. However, the 02 pitting now, that would be Travis Tyson. He should take over third place when this is all said and done before the long green flag run that's going to come after, as the 88 on pit road. The 17 and the 21 staying out yet again under this green flag. Bold move,
Cotton. Out one more lap, but with Country Caliber pitting early and these guys coming in, I don't want to lose a whole lot of time.
So, to each their own, but I'm going to be honest with how far Country was back from you. I may have stayed out 2 laps to let Country be the catch up to me, so that I'd have some draft to try to reel these guys in as they start losing Fluffy. However, the time frame that you lose and the tire differential is huge. So yeah, we have the 17, the 21, and the 3 on pit road. 00 of Robbie Racing. He's coming off of pit road. We can see that huge gap as you just seen the 87 and the 26 go by. There's the 98 and the 02. The 02 will have the fresher tires of the 2 of them. Should be able to catch them. And so those drivers just now getting their lap back from the 17. Try to get over with Fluffy.
Country spin coming off pit road.
No, that was the 88 Hellraiser. Yeah, that was the other one. Trying to get on with Fluffy here.
Caliber's right in front of me.
There's Fluffy. Fluffy coming through the trial now. This is going to be, as you see, the 17 of Bad Fast Marley, so the 87 back to P1, unless there's somebody out there that hasn't pit yet.
So how do you think this is going to work out for the Portal guy here, Teddy?
What?
Just how do you think this is going to work out for the Portal guy here in second? It's just, if he could have got a little closer to the 87, it might have worked out, but it's just going to fall to these guys, you think, now with the pressure tires?
Well, I think that his strategy would have worked out. Unfortunately, the 17 and the 21, not only are they going to have 2-lap fresher tires, but they have 2-lap fresher tires and draft compared to the 26 being by himself. Right. So I think that they would have caught him anyways by the time the next pit stop happens, even if it was just single trucks. But with that draft, they're not only going to catch him, but they should be able to pass him here. Probably 6-7 laps at most, and then that still leaves about 10-15 laps on before their next set of pit stop that they'll be able to pull away from that 26. On his end, all he can do at this point is hope and pray that when they do get to him, he's able to stay in their draft. And
right.
Robbie, you got a lap count down there, bud? All right, good talk, Robbie. Travis, if you get to the line first, can you give me a lap count?
Just past Country Caliber for 5th.
Yeah, again, that's one of those to be expected. You know, Country got around you on the pit stop. He pit the lap before you, so you know he's going to get the advantage.
56 laps to go.
All right, so we're about 2/3 of the way done with the race here, as this was a 162 lap race. Cola has left the broadcast booth for just a minute. He's joining Puddin being MIA and Robbie just being silent. Out here in YouTube land, Clay, you got the answer on the laps. That was the last comment. We got 9 live viewers at the moment. That's about it. Gonna scroll through and see if we got any action going. Travis and Country Caliber and the 17 and 21 seem to be the only 4 trucks that are even close to each other. However, I got to get back over there.
This 26.
So I'm going to try to get back over them. Marley and Sludge are all but there, I'd say, by the end of this next lap, right? Not this lap, but the next lap. They should be right on the 26. Actually, they might even be there by the time they get to start-finish line. They're catching them quick at this point.
Yep.
And there's a Puddin. He's back. The MIA Puddin.
Yeah, I had to mute up for a second there, guys. Apologize for that. I was keeping an eye on the action. As always, Mrs. Puddin wanted to make an appearance. Said to say hi to everybody else out there. Mrs. Puddin said to say hi to everybody, but I needed to talk to her for a split second, so I apologize about that. But
I'm going to need her to do
doing well.
I'm going to need Ashley to do a slipper smack.
No, she will not do a slipper snack because I haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah. On screen, we're seeing the 17. We're seeing the 17 as he is now going to the inside of the 26 truck. This is for second place. He successfully makes the pass. However, they caught at a bad time that the 21 is yet to be able to make that pass. So the ground that these two trucks were gaining on our race leader of Fluffy, there it's come to a halt right now. Is the 17, even though it's still having the draft, the 21 has the fresher tires. If I'm the 26, I'm going to let the 21 go. I'm going to fall back in line and try to ride with both of them up there. As you can see, the 26 is starting to get pretty loose now, that being Portal Guy. And you can see the gap between the 26 and the 17, that quite frankly, when Sludge was behind the 17, they were nose to tail. So this is costing this group of three precious time right now to that 87, the race leader.
But once you find the people that you work with, sometimes it is difficult to find that select people. Teddy, for a long time at plate tracks, for example, you and I, we just couldn't find that group. These three trucks, once they take a couple laps with each other, figure out what line they're doing, they can be smooth, they can be smart, they can go single file, and they should hopefully be able to catch them and utilize that draft. You know, it does take a lap or two sometimes to drive around the people you are unfamiliar with.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I just, you were on that little sabbatical. The 26 pit about 2-3 laps before the 17 and the 21. So the 17 and 21 right now have the fresher tires. And when the two of them, they came out about 5 seconds behind the 26, and they drafted back up to him and made the pass, right? So you know those two are working well. So if I'm the 26 and the leader is as far ahead of me as he is, I would let the 21 go, let those two stay in line, and try to be the third wheel of that party. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I was getting at with that.
No, I agree. That beautiful 26, everybody knows that is. I am super partial to that. But being on older tires, maybe it would be the best to let that 21 in Sludge go right underneath him, fall in right behind the tail. It looks like the 21 door has already done that again because I'm behind you right there. Let him go, pull that tail line, go single file, and try to catch that lead right there of Fluffy down.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, you know, that whole concept, it's really a catch-22 because the 26 may not be able to handle the truck on these older tires on the top side of the track. So because of that, he's going to run the bottom being the lane of choice. So without having the bottom, the 21's unable to make the pat. It's really, there's so many factors that play in line here. But at the end of the day, the 21 needs to be the truck pushing the 17 if they're going to make any ground on that 17, because all that's happening right now is this three-truck battle, or three trucks in a row, is losing time to that 87, who already has a big gap over the three of them for what is second place.
And that boils back down to, again, we know Fluffy, we know how good he is at setting up his trucks and vehicles himself, custom setup. Somebody's setup may not be exactly right there to be able to push somebody. They might have tightened it up a little bit so they didn't get loose coming off of turn 4 or something. So Fluffy's setup out there in the front by himself is just strong enough to pull away from that three trucks in the draft, which is, I mean, that's just how it all is, you know, but that could have something to do with it also.
Yeah, so just to prove the point here, right, so I scroll back and we have Travis Tyson and we have Country Caliber. I believe this to be 5th and 6th place, if I'm not mistaken. And the 02 pit 1 lap after the 98, right? The 98 actually made the pass on the 02 shortly after the pit cycle. The 02 is able to get back by Country Caliber, and because of that, now Country is right on the tail of the 02. I don't know as if they're making up a lot of ground because you had the 17 and the 21 in front of those guys, but now that the 26 is in between them, these guys should be making up time as they're just working as a cohesive unit. They're not blocking, they're not fighting for a position, they're just working as a cohesive unit, as there's still 2 more pit stops to happen here in Stage 3 at the Texas Motor Speedway for the Custom Truck Series.
And when a lot of these guys get in line also, I have a feeling that a great deal of these people might be on a wheel no matter what it is, but sometimes when you're on a controller, that has an aspect on how you drive the vehicle also, too. So wheel to controller, if somebody's getting a little, you know, trying to hold that stick, and you got that steering wheel, that has an effect on how everybody holds up, too.
Yep.
There you go.
Clay out there saying that sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
Clay out here saying that it sounded good, and I appreciate that, Clay. And yeah, you did great in the booth last night as well. You and Travis always do a great job there on Wednesday nights. Country Caliber Country Caliber pitting this lap by. That says to me that the O2, expect to see him coming to pit road here in the next lap. The O2 also pit with the 87 and the 26.
To be honest with you, it's a little early. I thought.
How many laps to go?
As long as you're within the 42 laps right now, 46 laps, you can make it to the end off one more stop after this one. So the 32 of Racehead, he was one of our top contenders earlier. He was involved in that big wreck that happened here at the beginning of stage 3. He is now 1 lap down. 42, so that's somebody splitting it 21, 21, and 21. Sounds like the great mind of Picola.
It didn't work out too well.
That did not do very well, yeah. He did better than me. Yep.
It looked so good when you come out the pits and you're 2 seconds ahead of them, and then
Reality
by the time
sets
you
in.
get ready to pit again, they're 3 seconds ahead of you. Maybe
Yeah.
you should have took the fresh tires late.
You know, that's going to be the hardest part for somebody like Fluffy now. If I'm him, realistically, I'm just going to run this tank till it's dry now.
Oh, yeah, you got to, right?
You got such a big lead. The guys in second, and except for the ticker, like, you have no idea when they're pitting, and it looks like they've already pit. Yeah. Nope, they haven't. They've just lost that much ground. So, Fluffy's kind of at the mercy of, he's got to let everyone else do what they want to do at this point, but at the same time, everyone else wants to do whatever the leader's going to do, so they don't lose any more to him. So you're really in that conundrum right now. Which way do you want to go? But if I'm Fluffy, yeah, you got to run that tank empty, and
Send it.
you know you're going to lose time because other people are going to pit earlier, but you're going to make it up with your fresh tires. So at this point, this race is the 87's race to lose, and everyone else's race to try to somehow come up with a way to get up there and take it from him. And I promise you, that is a tall task to go and take a win away from Fluffy.
And I
Well,
don't know
that's
how
kind of
many
why I was
times.
talking about that 26 earlier, right? When he pit with the 87. That could have been, you know, the move to put him up there with him if he could have come out and stayed in his draft there. So, other than that, nobody really has a shot to catch that 87, right? He went for it, and it didn't cost him too much because he's still here in the same pack where he would have been.
Yeah, I feel like, though, I think what would have been the move of the race and giving these guys the best contention, if the 26 was already in this battle with the 17 and the 21.
Everyone should be pitting right now.
The leaders are not pitting right now, but we knew the 17 and the 21 did not pit with everyone else last time. They stayed out a few extra laps. So the 87 is on pit road, as is the 26, but the 17 and 21 are not pitting because they should have 2 laps more than everybody else at least, because again, they stayed out longer than everybody else last time. But anyway, back to what I was saying, right? So the 26, I think the move of the race would have been him, the 17, and the 21 needed to be on the same strategy. So they pit, they come out. The 26 being between the 17 and 21 just cost so much valuable time. If I'm the 26, he can't be mad that that happened because being between those 2 trucks kept him in that draft. Guaranteed it was going to keep him with him. But because he was in between them, they weren't making up any ground because the 26 had the older tires. So it's really, you know, tires. It sounds so silly, but with these long green flag runs, no cautions, having the fresher tires at the right time means the world in these type of races.
1 lap is just a huge difference.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Yeah, and on track with the fresh tires while everyone else is riding around on the old tires, you're going to make 2.5 to 3 seconds, right? But then if you have 1 lap or 2 laps newer tires than the people in front of you, you're going to gain so much ground on them once they hit that fall off time. You know, usually you get 4 or 5 laps maybe that you're hitting a good race speed, and then after that you start hitting your fall off. Well, then here comes the guy that's still running those crazy fast laps. As the 17 is pulled off in pit, but the 21 just now signaling, so he's going to have 1 lap fresher tires than the 17 even. Clay said, There does need to be a better way to scroll through the drivers. One thing you can't do as a broadcaster, Clay, just throwing it out there, if you have the whole starting lineup, the drivers automatically go in where starting position was. So, for example, if you know in this race the 17 had the pole, once I find him, I can go back 1 position and it'll be Fluffy because he started last.
Well, I don't disagree with what he said, and what I am still upset about, and it's just beating a dead horse, is
The ticker.
we were promised a ticker.
Well, we were
Come
promised
on
it.
now.
Technically, we were promised it, and we received it. They did not promise they would keep it on the game forever.
Or it was working.
Correct. They just promised
I mean,
a ticker.
heck, they even took the old ticker away that at least told you the drivers in the car that they were.
Yeah, they were always, no, well, yeah. If you had a custom car, it just said whoever started the highest up, they had a real car, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you're not wrong. Fluffy coming up on Chewy. I'm interested to see how this goes. Fluffy has a big lead. Fluffy's friends with the bear that was poked by the Chewy. Will Fluffy make that 20 his chew toy? I don't see it happening. Fluffy's got more to lose than what he does to gain here. You really hate seeing what happened between the 20 and the 40. That's just simply, no offense to Chewy when I say this, that's the talent level discrepancy that we have here. You know, Bear's going to bring one of the fastest pieces you got. He's going to try to fly up through the field. Chewy struggles a little more on making the setups, and because of that, he might be looser or tighter. And of course, when you have that type of level driving compared to another level of driving, some people expect some things that they don't necessarily receive and get a little upset. I'll have to watch clips back later, but
we
yeah.
have an El Parco sighting, guys. We have a Parco sighting.
That's not El Parco. That's Warpig. That's Warpig.
Guys, you might want to check pit road. I think we got a couple more people
That's
on the race.
That's Warpig. Dean Cook is Warpig. Dean Clavitt is El Parco. Yeah, listen, I heard you. I'm trying to scroll through.
Yeah, I think DK Brown just left.
Not the 13 truck.
Yeah, the 13 will not be getting a win here tonight.
It looks like the only one.
Yeah, he's the only extra one.
We're picking when I got our first ever racing on here.
Are you still in 5th place there, Travis?
No, I'm in 6th.
Oh yeah, Country got by you with the early pit stop. Yep. That's not Country. That's Travis right there. Dean
What'd you
Cooks.
say, Warpig saying this? Stay in it, stay in it,
Stay in it, stay in it, stay in it, boys, stay in it, boys.
He said, "What would you expect from Canada?"
I don't know, nothing good apparently.
No, that's what Dean said.
No, I don't get it. Niagara Falls. Maybe a Stanley Cup this year.
Probably Dan Aykroyd would be the best thing for Canada.
No, the Stanley Cup in Florida.
Hey, speaking of which, did you see that deal where Montreal Canadiens tweeted that regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, they still have more championships than the Tampa Bay Lightning? Did you not see that, I'm assuming?
Nope.
Tampa Bay was not pleased. They said, yeah, because your last title was in '93, the same year we formed. Your stuff is obsolete. Gotta love hockey.
Yeah, I was watching some of it. There it is. There it is. There's my buddy Warpig saying stay in it. That's right. Especially at the plate track. No offense, but old Warpig had me wore out at some plate tracks. That's all he wanted to run.
Sounds like 60% of the public really in NASCAR hate racing.
I know, they're scared. They're scared. Everybody's scared to make right-hand turns.
I've actually...
Positive 8, negative 8.
Well, DK Brown and about 3 other drivers tonight made some right-hand turns in the triangle, so...
That's not the appropriate area to make a right-hand turn.
I think I've actually changed my mind and decided that we're going to need just a super speedway only league.
Yeah,
We want a road
not-
course
I mean-
only league too, by the way.
as long as we have it on really high draft.
Well, I mean, that
I'm not
seems to
opposed
be...
that. My last league race win was at a plate track over there with Natty.
I mean, it seems to be the only time I'm competitive, so might as well just go ahead and do that.
Oh, you're competitive.
Yeah, but it's way more fun and competitive at the plate tracks when I go to the outside and with like 3 to go then and get walled. But at least I could say I was there until there was 3 laps to go. Right, so Fluffy's ahead of Chewy.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but then I realized this is what happened in my old age. I started thinking about it. Not appropriate to say on air. Pretty damn funny, though, but not appropriate to say.
I don't know, I already broke that record tonight.
Yep, he said naughty word right out the gate. And he called the wreck that he was going to be in and then swore about it after.
Babe Ruth over here. I think that's staged.
Yep. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll go with that. Unless he texted the drivers in front of him and asked for it to happen.
If he's gone to come back down the racetrack.
Well, he
You know what my dad used to say?
He clearly was not gone.
So, Teddy, I don't know if I missed it again, of course.
Probably.
But what happened with Sludge?
He's stayed out 2 laps longer than Marley did this time.
So, the 26 has been able to stay with the 17 here.
The 17 pit 2 laps after the 26, and the 21 pit 2 laps after the 17. So they're on a big discrepancy on their tires. But yes,
I say that because they've worked good tonight together all night, you know, even
yeah,
with the different pitting and all.
I was really shocked to see the 21 not go down pit road when the 17 signaled. I thought for sure he was going to signal and go down with him. I was wrong. However, you can run really close with him. You can draft with him and try to work together. At some point, you got to realize that maybe the 21's thought in his head, okay, this is going to be a battle for second now. I'm not trying to figure out how to beat the 87. How can I beat the 17 where I'm not competing on the final lap to try to beat him? How can I offset myself to pick up that time? Protege said, pay attention, Piccola. Although I will say, now here's a positive, right? So as they're getting closer to these runs, all of the other parts of this race, when you pit, you're going to take 2 cans and 4 tires. Now that you're at this last pit stop getting ready to come up, the longer you've been able to stay out on these other parts, you're going to be able to take less fuel to get to the end this next time. So you should be setting some screaming fast laps compared to any other laps in the race. So the 21 may know, hey, I only have to take 1 can if I make it to this lap, or I may only need a can and a half. So the 21 staying out as long as he did, it did cost him time on track. He's gaining a little bit. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any draft like the other 2 do, but man, his next pit stop, he should set the fastest laps of his race shortly after.
You got Warpig in the YouTube comment asking about the
answer is yes.
Saturday plate race you wanna.
I don't know what Team Gator is. That sounds
I've never
silly.
heard of that.
I mean, if there is a Team Gator, I promise, whatever truck I'm in, we'll take out all of Gator.
Hey, what time
Yes, I'm
is it
still
on
in the
Saturday?
broadcast school. That's why you're in here with me.
We don't have a time yet because I've asked all the admins and not one person has responded.
Well, fantastic, because if we got to do this at work, and I told you I'd be up in the booth, especially, you know, opening the old money bags from the...
Let me know what time's good for you.
6 o'clock in the morning.
No, absolutely not. No. I mean, I get off at 6 my time, 7 Eastern, so I don't know how I pull all that off, but...
I mean, we have, so here's the deal, we have the regular race for the console, and then we have the race on iRacing.
2 or 3 guys have already started pitting.
Yeah, I've been,
we'll talk
I got
about
it on
this
the
off
screen.
air. Yeah, more important things right now. We'll talk about this off air. We'll get that all worried out.
Meanwhile, back to the ranch, we have less than 20 laps to go. Left is in the lead, and final pit stops are commencing.
Are you broadcasting that or are you racing?
Well, listen, so here's the deal, now that he said all that.
No, I got 2 guys over here talking about a totally different league. And
It's the
Gator's just
same damn
listening.
league, just a different race there, Concrete King.
He's probably
Travis.
on his 2nd blunt, so I'm over here trying to tell our...
Hey Travis, welcome
wonderful
to
viewers.
trying to be in the top 10. Actually, we were answering a question on the YouTube that was asked about this league, about the money race that's happening on Saturday because we hit 100 subscribers.
Boom!
That if you don't beat the 17 truck, you're not going to be a part of, buddy.
Right. The 17 that's in front of you right now, if he beats you, you don't get to qualify for that money race, which would be why you didn't know what we were talking about.
Wouldn't be the first time.
As we're speaking of the 17, he's on pit road now. And 87 of Fluffy is not on pit road as he's behind Country Caliber. I'm assuming Country did an early pit stop again. Yep. And they're catching up to the 3 of Denkate. Jose said he missed by 9 points to a non-driver, but that non-driver has made more races than you have, Jose. Roger. Anyways, yeah, so what do we come down to, like 16 laps to go, probably? 16, 17? Fluffy coming to pit road now.
Jackson on pit road.
As is Fluffy. Was that Travis right in front of Fluffy there?
No.
A little early, ain't it? We're not at 5 to go yet.
No, not that close. As the 88 soaring through the grass decided why use the actual track asphalt. That's silly. He was using. Yeah. I mean, the positive note, when your setup's really bad, and he was kind of, I'd say he was out of the way. He wasn't really out of the way. He was involved in a few things, but by him simply finishing the race out, he's gaining valuable points in position. Yeah, right. Whenever you get a chance, will either one of you let me know how many laps left?
Working hard.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Yeah, I
Really?
was just at Texas a couple weeks ago too, up there with.
You live in Texas?
Yeah, I was up there at the racetrack.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Marley is going to get ahead of the 26 now. I know that we should be around 15 to go-ish. When I pit last night, or when I was doing the...
Chewy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Caddy.
Just staying out longer, I guess.
Chewy? Just for old time's sake.
Oh, Jose, he said that they both made 3 races. Okay. In response to that, Jose, I will say, in your 3 races compared to his 3 races, if you had better finishes, you'd be in the top 10.
Damn!
Wow! In fairness, that's not even being rude. That's just speaking logics.
Oh, okay.
I guess there's no politeness behind logic.
Sorry, should I have said,
It's like
no
marijuana,
offense.
it comes bluntly.
Should I have said no offense first?
Yeah, just like Ricky Bobby, no offense.
Yeah, that means you can say whatever, right? Right, so the 17 is in second, and he has a big gap over the 26. And on top of that, he has draft help from the 32 of Racehead.
I'm just wondering how I'm going to start out my entire life, every sentence I say, with no offense.
Look, for now on Thursday nights, we're going to start the whole thing off by no offense. This is our broadcast.
That's what I'm going to start saying. So
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's different. I'm CEO. No offense.
No, I didn't.
Right, so
Oh my god.
gonna
I
look
miss
for
being up here with you guys.
gonna look for a battle for position. Is Sludge technically your leader right now?
He is the leader, yeah. He's still
Okay,
out there.
he's getting ready to come to pit road this time. I seen he's in front of the 87, but he'll be coming to pit road this time by
He's going to lose a lot of time.
the No Offense 200. I like it.
I
Clay.
like it. I like it. That's the name of Saturday's race.
Did the 21 get to pit road? Yeah, okay. It looked like his right sides were above that commitment cone. I was a little nervous for him. Actually, last night we've seen a lot of that where people missed the pit road. Happened to Bro Chase. I didn't miss pit road, but I was helped going down pit road, which caused a little bit too fast by the 13.
This is where Picola should say no offense.
Offense taken.
Den Kate coming back on track. So the leader should be the 87 now. That 00 behind him is not in second. That would be a lap down from 00. Robbie, are you in 7th or 8th? Should be 7th.
Yeah, he's in 7th.
Yeah, 7.
Yep.
I mean, that really stinks. You know, I actually said as soon as that wreck had happened that all of the other drivers, barring incident happening with the top 6, that they were going to be battling for 7th. And so Robbie overcoming that and being in 7th solidly, that's actually a pretty good run for what had happened to him there at the beginning of the stage with that big wreck that happened involving top runners like DK Brown, Robbie, the Bear was involved. That really stinks, but yeah.
Hey, guys.
Yep.
I think Sledge got a speeding penalty.
Ooh,
Travis
that-
has moved into 4th.
I'm in 5th.
Oh, so you didn't get by Sledge?
No, I did get my Sledge.
Oh, Country's in front of you. Right.
Yep.
Yeah, Sludge is right in front of our race leader.
Now, Where's the testicular fortitude come in? Do you take right sides? Do you take fuel only?
I mean, we've already pitted, so...
Yeah, I mean, I think that strategy's already been decided. Stay tuned next week while Puddin's disclaimer on what their pit strategy will be could take effect at Iowa.
I mean, Fluffy should, definitely come down pit road just to come down and give everyone else a chance.
I mean, I feel like if Fluffy came down, I feel like if Fluffy took 2 tires and fuel, he would still be our race leader.
He would definitely be on the lead lap, for sure.
He should just go full send on pit road. Get the black flag.
He could do the bro chase thing from last night. Just miss the commitment cone and just use the pit road as your track.
Hell yeah, everybody loves 180 down pit lane.
That's why I like Richmond in the dirt series on this game. If you go down the pit road, Richmond dirt road, or pit road, you can just sail down it, and there's, obviously it doesn't grab you because you can't pit in dirt. The 26 is there. He has caught the 17 of Bad Fast Marley. He's gotten around the 32 of Racehead, and now it's kind of funny that this has happened. The 17 pit before the 26. 26 stayed out longer. This is the first time the 17's been in the other predicament, and the 17 is blocking hard as they go down the backstretch, entering 126 on the apron, is going to lose some ground. We have got to be coming down to just a few laps left here. Lap count, either one of you?
I think they just took 4 to go.
All right. 4 to go for our race leader. I think the 26 is still going to have enough time to get back to the 17. I would expect a lot more contact if he does. With a hard block like that almost wrecked the 26, there's no way the 26 is not thinking of just moving the 17. But what is the 17 thinking now? After a hard contact like that, will he just give it up this next time by? I think not, as they're getting ready to come to 3 laps to go. Keep in mind...
About that windshield.
Keep in mind, the 17 having to make some points up tonight in order to make it to that money race on Saturday. So far, he's done a really good job with that. I don't know what the point deficit was, but...
Well, my stage 1 got screwed, so he probably got me.
Yeah, he got stage points in both. He was top 5 in both stages. And here's the 26 as they're getting ready to go into 3 and 4, coming to 2 to go. The 26 is within 2/10 of that 17 truck. The best part is it looks like regardless they're going to finish 2nd and 3rd, which is going to put them both here in the booth for their interview.
Hey, did you announce next season?
No.
No.
How drunk are you, buddy?
26
looking inside.
26 to the inside of the 17. They're getting ready to come to the white. They're getting ready to come to the white flag here. As Portal Guy is to the inside of the 17. The 32 could be the deciding factor, and he is a lap down. Contact between the two. The 17 up and into the wall. He bounces off, is able to keep going. The 32 lifted. There was no crash there, but the 26 does look like he's going to come home with a 2nd place finish. The 17 is going to drive the wheels off that thing, trying to get back to him. I think he's too far back, though, especially with those older tires, but he does have draft help of the 32. Roaring down the backstretch. Here they go into turns 3. 17 tries to drive it in, but he's just not going to get there with those older tires. He's going to drift up on exit as he's getting a little tight. 87 of Fluffy is going to be a race winner. 26 of Portal Guy will finish 2nd, and the 17 of Bad Fast Marley will round out your top 3.
Yep.
This will be a good interview. You ready, Picola?
Well, thanks.
Yep,
Thanks
I'm ready.
again. Thanks a lot, guys, again for letting me have up.
You're going nowhere. Yeah, Puddin', you're not going anywhere just before the interviews.
So our finishers... I'm waiting for it to pop back up here.
There's a good chance, Puddin', you're doing the interviews here. Yep.
So first place is going to be Fluffy, Portal Guy, then Bad Fast Marley, Country Caliber. 5th, Travis' son, a.k.a. yours truly. 6th, Sledge. 7th, Robbie Racing. 8th, Racehead. 9th, Chewy. 10th, Denkate, getting his first top 10. And then we have Hellraiser in 11th. He finished the race 6 laps down. And DK Brown, the Bear, he gone, and Tiller in 15th in the 15th truck. Kind of uncanny.
So, Trav, we were talking about the points to make it in the top 10 for the race tomorrow. Or Saturday, I'm sorry. Did JCR, Greg the Best, make the race tonight?
No.
None of the Mo Power, none of the the best people, no, but none of them made the race tonight.
I want to say you're still going to be in the top 10 because of that, buddy. So way to go, man. Good run.
Well, I got my first top 5. I'm happy either way.
Hopefully they don't back up before we get this. Fast lap is going to go to Racehead.
Congratulations to Fluffy, Poor Guy, racing my 26 truck out there, making it look good, man. Everybody, another fantastic race. A lot of compliments out there in YouTube land referencing that too. GC Sports off to a good first season.
Gonna start Puddin', go ahead and take this one. Bad Fast Marley, third place finisher in that 17 truck.
Hi.
How's it going, guys?
You got your voice set to always loud? I'm sure you do.
Yep. I was just gonna ask.
Yes.
Well, congratulations, man. You put yourself up here on the box, getting a podium finish, man. Fluffy was definitely on a rail. What was your strategy throughout the night to figure out how to keep yourself in that contention position?
Well, we had a chance there in that last stage. I was working with Portal and pushed him all the way up, and we caught Fluffy, and then somehow ended up losing his draft a little bit, and that kind of took everything for a spin. So my when I seen him short pit, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to run this thing out and try that way. And we'd lose so much ground, and then I'd gain some back, but it wasn't enough, and then we'd equalize. So the last run there, the last pit stop, I kind of split the two runs there and did a little bit less fuel and gained a bunch, but by pitting early, that allowed then Portal Guy having fresher tires to come and take me for second there with two or three to go. We had a good little thing going and blocking and all sorts of stuff. So,
well, congratulations on your top 3 tonight, man. Way to put yourself up there, get yourself to the much-needed points. We just said Fluffy join in real quick. Portal Guy, that 26 truck. I am biased to this truck, man. That is my truck. Way to put it up on that in that number 2 spot tonight, man. Congratulations. Are you on Always Allowed?
Huh?
Are you on Always Allowed?
Yep. Yes, I am.
Perfect. Same kind of question again. Strategy with these no caution races. How did that pan out for you?
I don't know. I think it was just I wasn't really thinking much strategy. I was just like, how much can I try and stay with Fluffy? Obviously, didn't work out well. So honestly, I don't know how to answer it. So like, I really don't know how to answer that question because I wasn't really thinking much strategy. I was just thinking mainly because like it would have worked better if Sledge was able to keep up with Marley and me a lot better, because as he said, when it was 3 of us earlier in that first stint of the pit cycles, we were able to run him down a bit and definitely get up to him. But then, yeah, he just started pulling him away more and just couldn't get back up to him within the last few stints of the race, which is unfortunate, man.
Actually,
Still a great race for you, and still a great points tonight for you. And by the way, we hopefully Paramount doesn't sue us for you saying Marley and me at the same time.
That was a nice movie reference.
Oh man.
Not.
hey, real quick, this kind of goes to each of you, right? So first, Marley, the whole time you were staying out longer than Portal Guy, and you and Sludge were able to hook up and catch Portal Guy and then get around him, and then Portal Guy was either in between you guys or fall behind you. Did you decide to change up to try to get an advantage on Portal Guy there at the end?
Yeah, I did. I tried to short pit and see if I could get a big gap, and the tires just, it seemed like all night I had a lightning fast car for about 12 laps.
Truck.
And then after that, truck. And then after that, I mean, Fluffy, he was on rails. He had the short run and the long run. And Portal seemed like he was a little bit faster than me on the long run as well. But yeah, definitely I switched up the strategy there to try to secure second, and it kind of backfired a little bit.
All right, and then following up with that same concept, Portal, it looked like the 17 and the 21 were gaining a lot of ground on you and Fluffy when the two of them were hooked up. Once they caught you, the 17 was able to get by you, and it looked like you fought really hard to make sure that the 21 stayed behind you at that point. Was that the only way you could keep the draft, or did you think you were just as fast as them at that point, so you wanted to kind of be in the draft to try to make it a 3-truck draft to catch Fluffy?
I was definitely confident that I had the car to keep up with them both, man, because they were both definitely fast all night, man. So I wasn't worried about being slower than them. I think because they were going longer because on that first pit stop I had pitted with Fluffy, so like he and I were on the same pit cycle, and so like when Marley and
they had the fresher tires. Yeah, they for sure had the fresher tires. That's kind of what I was asking. If you were trying to separate them to stay there with the fresher tires, or if it was.
I would say we kind of had that little thing going. Like whenever they caught up to me, we would just let Marley go to the front. I would stay in the middle, and then Sledge would just be back there and help us push as much as he could. Unfortunately, later on that run, he lost us, but.
Yeah, Roger
I'm
that.
not gonna lie, for finishing second against the talent you have to race with on the night you have to race with, you sound disappointed, man. You should be very excited and eager to get back to next week too, man. You did a great job.
I definitely am eager to get back to racing next week, man. And I'm not trying to sound disappointed, man, but it's like it's just so close, man. Because as long as I can just come in here and show, which I feel like I have been these past few weeks, I can show up and show that I'm competitive and possibly contend against those bigger guys who are almost always faster every week. As long as I can feel like I'm competitive, man, that's all I can really ask for. So.
And you've definitely showed that week in and week out, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to both of you guys. Piccola, do you want this one with Fluff? I didn't think so. Over to you, Puddin'.
Hey, Fluff.
What's going on, buddy?
Long time no talk, man.
Yeah, man. Seems like it's been a while.
You on always allow?
Yeah, I
am. Yep. Good job.
Thank you, man.
I mean, you seem like a rookie in GC Sports, but it seems like at the same time you got a rookie appearance, but the experienced background, man. That truck was definitely flying low tonight. Congratulations on your win, man, and all your accomplishments too.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
It didn't look like you tried real hard.
Just one corner at a time.
That's all you got to do, right?
Just one corner at a time, man. Just take it one corner at a time.
It's that tall, skinny pedal on the right-hand side. You just got to mash it at the right time and lift off at the right time.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
That is, again, serious question for you. Everybody knows Fluffy, Cody Giles, very well here represented in the Heat 5 community and everything. Does your knowledge from the cup cars and everything like that, do you use a lot of that setups and bring it down to the truck and adjust it that way with your setups? I mean, I'm not saying give your setups out, just your mindset.
It's something like that, yeah. Pretty much from what I did from the Summer Heat Showdown stuff, when we had a car at Texas for that event, I took that car and just kind of made some adjustments to it, to the truck, and pretty much went from there, man. Just needed a gear and kind of loosened it up just a little bit, felt a little tight. But overall, pretty much that's what I did. Pretty much took my cup car from Texas that I used in the Summer Showdown and moved it over to truck and just made some adjustments, put a good gear in there, and ready to rock and roll.
So you were saying that you were only fast because of the fact that you got to run here for the Showdown?
Well, the thing is I wasn't fast at all. I got my ass literally taken out twice, so I'm not. I wasn't fast in those events.
I call that a Taco Bell night.
Yeah, dude. It was definitely a Taco Bell night for sure, dude. Like I got my bell rung a couple of times in those Xbox and PlayStation races. So.
All right, Fluff.
Well, also, it is good to talk to you, real again.
Yeah, man.
Fluffy, man, it's been a long time, and
It really has.
Puddin' put his teeth in for this one.
Oh my, I did not. I mean, Cody ain't that special.
I'm really not.
Fluffy, this was your first win here at GC Sports. You came up just short last time we seen you on track as Mike got the best of you there at the end of the race. So congratulations on your first time putting that Joe Nemechek 87 truck in victory lane here.
Ever.
You know, it's always a blast having you up here in the booth. Congratulations to you, Portal Guy, and Bad Fast Marley, all getting a podium finish. But for everyone here at GC Sports, we're going to call that a night because I'm sure the viewers at home have something other to do than listen to our ugly voices. So thanks for tuning in, guys. And Puddin', Piccolo, you guys got any last remarks?
Nope.
As always, I haven't got to do this for a while. Everybody else out there, COVID's still a thing. Take care of you. Take care of your family. Be safe. As always, we will get back to being normal.
I was just going to say, I'm just glad to finish 5th, capitalize on other people's mistakes, and unfortunately, I have to say it, misfortunes. Man, that was a good race. Other
Still
than
looking
stage
for
1.
a sponsor for that concrete repairs business.
Well, it is solid rock, so it does do the concrete repair. I'm trying to give them business, actually, by tearing down a couple concrete walls. So, I'm worn out, but I'm happy. And Robbie, any kind of British wise sayings that you can end with?
Robbie left about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, that.
Well,
yeah,
you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, on that note, Puddin', you know what to do in 3, 2, 1.
Bye!
Perfect.